If you're looking to buy or sell any FIFA 23 Ultimate Team coins, you can use u4gm.com as a reliable place to do so, and using code ELITE, ELYYT, will get you 5% off your order. Icon SBCs that have been leaked are finally here. Jairzinho is in squad building challenges for less than 1 million coins, at least for now, while Fodder is low in price. A very reasonable and cheap SBC for an icon that is so meta like Jairzinho, and it definitely affected the market today. And now that we know how it affected the market, we can prepare for what's going to happen when they drop Maldini, which is another leaked icon SBC, in the coming days. Now, most likely it'll come out on Wednesday of next week because they dropped Jairzinho on Wednesday of this week. It would make sense, but we don't know that for sure. For all we know, it could come today or tomorrow or anytime EA decide. That Maldini is on its way though, and we have to understand that. So with that being said, we're gonna hop into today's video talking about those, talking about the Winter Wildcard Daily Player SBCs, and if it is time to buy team number 1 cards for Winter Wildcards. If this video helps you out, all I ask in return, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and you can subscribe to the Clips channel, which is linked down below. Let's hop right into it, boys. First of all, here's the squad update back to our untradables, and there is a Winter Wildcard token and objectives if you just win 1 match in Homegrown 11, which is in the friendly tab of the squad building challenges. So if you, or not squad building challenges, friendly tab of matches. So if you go to play, you go to friendlies, go to Homegrown 11, you can get 1 Winter Wildcard swap token for 1 win in that game mode, which is super easy. At least it was for me because my team is already first owner, so I didn't have to change anything. Let's go ahead and update you guys with some investments and some SBC fodder that has moved because of the new Jairzinho SBC. Now there's Bono, who I sold for more than what he goes for, and I continue to relist this fodder cards that I have in my transfer list, but the ratings that have moved up in the last day or so have been 83s and 84s. 84s went from 2.2 all the way to 4K again. Those cards are very volatile. Some of the best cards to invest in have been 84s, and then 90s and 91s. Now, when that Jairzinho SBC dropped, I went and I quickly bought some rash investments in Courtois. I got them for around 40K on average, and this card I figured would go up with the Jairzinho SBC because you need an 87, an 88, and an 89 rated squad, and a lot of people already have 85s, 86s, 84s, 87s in their club or already invested, and not as many people have 89s, 90s, 91s, so I went in on the 90s, and what we've seen is that these cards have gone from 40K to 45 already. The 91s have gone from like 50K to like 56,000 coins, a big increase in price on a lot of the SBC fodder. You might ask, what about 88s? They haven't risen yet. What about 87s? They haven't really risen yet. Now they haven't in price, but a good thing to know is that this Jairzinho SBC is at least wiping some supply off of people's transfer list, out of people's clubs, so the next time there's an SBC that's released, they're more likely to go up, just because the supply in people's clubs right now is very, very high. We've seen all of these SBC fodder packs, we've seen them in the store, we've seen them out of the, swap token rewards. So a lot of people have these SBC fodder cards already, and so when they want to go out and do the casino SBC that we got on Tuesday, or they want to do the Jairzinho SBC, they've already got a lot of the cards ready to use, and it makes it cheaper for them, and they don't have to go out and buy as many cards on the market. But the solace that you can take is if you invested in 87s and 88s, which I have quite a few 88s, that's what I've gone in on, you can understand that, yes, they might not have gone up with these new SBCs, but supply has been taken away. So next time there is a squad building challenge that needs 88s, they might rise a little bit more. Now, what we've noticed is that they haven't risen a ton since Black Friday when there were exact requirements for 88s. So maybe that's just all we're waiting on. And once we get closer to Team of the Year, which is in middle of January, so we're not terribly far away from Team of the Year, it is sneaking up on us. We know that we can invest in those 88s, 87s safely, knowing they will go up eventually. There's no reason to panic sell them if they've dropped 1,000 or 2,000 coins. just understand you are safe. So don't be panic selling any of the cards. On the other hand, if you do see some profit, there's no shame in taking it for especially your 90s and 91s. As I said, 91s like Lewandowski were 50K. They were actually 49K the other day. Now they're 57. And then Courtois, of course, he was about 40, 41K. He was actually 39 yesterday, is now 46,000 coins. So you're looking at, with 2,000 coin tax, still about 4K per card. And we invested in, 14 of them? So we're making a quick 4K per card times 14 of them. We're making like 60, 70,000 coins on a quick rash investment. So we'll take that profit today and I'll sell those. But for the other cards, I'm probably going to continue to list for lazy buyers because as you can see, every time I relist, I seem to get another card gone like Bono right there. So let me go ahead and scroll on over to what we have. Still got a lot of 88s, as I said, and they sell. One of them or two of them every single hour that I list them, one of them does end up selling. So that is why we continue to list our cards even when we're not ready to sell, because sometimes a lazy buyer, an accidental buyer will come through. Now let's go ahead and talk about Jairzinho and how that has affected the meta market, because when we look at the Jairzinho SBC that came out today, it is very, very good value. A lot of people going out and doing this, a lot of people wanting this probably long-term in their squads. So while we have seen some dud SBCs, especially today with the Okello, as you guys saw on my transfer list probably, I invested in some of those Osarios because it gets a perfect link through Canada and Toronto FC, just like Okello, but nobody's doing this SBC, so the Osarios didn't move in price. In fact, I'm losing like 1,000 coins per card on the Osarios. Nobody wants to do Okello, but Jairzinho, it is those meta cards that people want to get for their squads, even if they are expensive. Expensive doesn't necessarily mean bad value. There's a lot of cards needed, a lot of fodder needed for this, but it's definitely good value because this card was going for like 1.7 million coins on the market, tradable just a couple days ago, and now they're giving you an opportunity to go out, use your fodder, craft it with upgrade SBCs. Plus, on top of that, you have 30 days to do it, so it will still be an SBC during Team of the Year. You're gonna have so many upgrade packs. You already have so many upgrade packs. It's going to be a lot cheaper than 1 million coins, which is kind of roughly what you would spend if you were buying it from scratch. So a lot of people have gone out and done this, which means that other right-wing cards in the game have dropped in price. And one notable card from the current promo, a card that we've already traded with this week, is João Felix, and his card is down at 676,000 coins. You might say that's not a terrible drop on that card, and it's not, because it was only like 730,000 coins yesterday. 720 was the average price, so it didn't drop a ton, only about 50,000 coins. But the difference is that all of the other cards from this promo have risen at the exact same time. We've seen Jadon Sancho go from 350 to 370. We've seen Conte go from about 820 to 860. We've seen Mendy, especially with that Toni Kroos link, he's gone, I mean, a couple days ago he was, 500K, now he's 615,000 coins, and Tomori has taken a pretty big rise up to 570K after hovering around 510 for a couple of days. So everything else in this promo has risen in price. Even Dembele from the same league as Felix has gone up in price at the same time, just because he doesn't play right wing on that card. It's a striker instead. So Jairzinho has pushed Felix down. He's pushed down the price of players from the team of the tournament even that play right wing. I'm sure we've seen a little bit of a drop on Foden. We've seen a drop on Lionel Messi's right wing cards, not this card particularly, but his right wing versions of cards. A lot of cards have dropped very heavily in price at that right wing position because of the Jairzinho SBC. People are replacing them. So as I said at the beginning of the week, I said there were 3 cards that I like investing in from this promo, and the 3 cards have been Conte, Mendy, and Tomori, and I'm gonna strike one of those off because of the Maldini SBC that is on its way. Tomori. Is it safe to hold Tomori? Well, first off, Maldini, obviously Italian, kind of going to get meshed in with Italian squads. They don't offer as good of chemistry this year as the hero cards, and I understand that, and they're not league based cards, but I could see not only Tomori, but a lot of center back cards of similar price range in between maybe 300 and 700k dropping in price heavily if that Maldini SBC is reasonable in price, just like we saw with Jairzinho and the right wing cards. So center backs are not necessarily something I want to have in my club when EA could drop that Maldini SBC at any point. So instead of investing in Tomori, I'm not going in on him anymore. There were 3 cards I wanted: Mendy, Kante, Tomori. I am probably going to go with Kante as the card I want to invest in. Now, he is up right now, but you got to understand, today is Thursday. We do have an opportunity to invest after marquee matchups. So that is something you've got to keep your eye on, because after that, we're going to see one of 2 directions these cards go. You're going to have your opportunity to buy. You're going to have your opportunity to get yourself some deals. It might not be the cheapest price they've been all week, which was probably yesterday or the day before, most likely. We saw a little bit of a rise on Wednesday night. So with that being said, it might not be the cheapest price of the week, but it'll be way cheaper than what it could potentially be. But if EA drops something crazy in the store, you might have a few hours of these cards dropping. But the good news is they go out of packs tomorrow and Team 2 enters into packs. So we're going to talk about Team number 2 right now. And we're going to go over to leaks, and we're going to go over to the cards that we know are going to be in this promo. First up, we've got Pepe, Nicolas Pepe. The first thing I want to point out with this card, I know it's very easy to just ignore this card and move on to Varane because that's a much more interesting card, but Pepe is from Côte d'Ivoire. He is in Ligue 1, and we've seen a lot of Ligue 1 cards. And now if this Pepe drops before the Eric Bailly SBC, and that SBC comes out later in the week, this Pepe card might explode in price, given the fact that it's from the same league, and that that nation isn't terribly easy to link. Of course, you've got Yaya Toure. Of course, you got, certain Wilfred Zaha cards, but there's not a ton of options. It's not like France. So I think that Pepe will be a really good card to trade with next week. Obviously, the circumstances could change, and I'll keep you guys updated with that in every single video. And I want to remind you, hit that sub button so you don't miss out on any of this content, guys. And I'll go ahead and give you the secret word of the day that you can comment down below right now. I'm not going to leave it to the end of the video because I know some of you guys are starting to skip to the end of the video just to get the secret comment word of the day. We're not having that. So the secret comment word of the day is Pepe, and if you use that in your comment, I will make sure to heart your comment. And I'll try to reply actually to every single comment today, even if it's just a smiley face. I'm going to reply to every single comment down below. So go ahead and type Pepe down there. Next up, we do have Varane. And this card, if you're looking at center backs right now, maybe Koundé gets replaced in people's squads. Maybe some other center backs get replaced. And Koundé was a card that I told you guys to invest in a couple of days ago when he was 260, 270k. Well, he's 310k now. A lot of cards have risen, so that's not like the only card that went up. But I would say take your profits. I think that it's a good time to sell that card because if we're going to get a Varane getting into packs, who knows what his price is going to be. Probably expensive, might not affect Koundé too much, but you could see a few people listing up their Koundé, selling that, and replacing it with Varane. Next up, we have Joshua Kimmich, and this card is interesting because we saw Gravenberch this week, and I do like Gravenberch as an investment, honestly. I think he's one of the more underlooked cards from the recent promos. Gravenberch in this promo for me, I think it is a pretty cheap price at 127,000 coins. All it takes is a couple more SBCs, and we do have a couple SBCs that are going to be Bundesliga related. We already saw Oxford, not a great card. Not a lot of people did it. We are going to see John Joe Kenny in a couple of days. Not sure exactly which day, but that's going to be a right back Bundesliga card. And just the more Bundesliga content they drop, I think this card, it's more likely to go up than down. Of course, we have a lingering Team of the Year crash in a couple of weeks that every card's going to go down. But if there's a card that I feel a little bit more safe with, it might be this Gravenberch card. I'm not saying that is it any risk? Of course, there's some risk to it. I still think it's a decent price, and that might be a card I'm looking to buy at content today. So you can add him and maybe replace Tomori with Gravenberch in one of the cards that I like. Now, there's not any cards that directly are going to affect his price too much that have been leaked so far, so maybe it doesn't rise a ton immediately, but hopefully over the course of a week, it could go up a few thousand coins, make some profit. Now we've got a few more cards here. Robertson is another one, a left back in the Premier League. That's a good card, and there's rumors that this card is going to have 5-star skills as well. We have been seeing that randomly in this promo, where they get the skill move upgrade, or they get the weak foot upgrade, or they get a 99 stat somewhere as an upgrade, like Chong with his 99 shooting. Robertson could have 5-star skills, making him probably the best left back in the Premier League. Next up, we have Benzema, one of the premier cards in this promo, giving him a 93 rated card. But one thing to understand with this card as a long-term investment is he's probably going to get a Team of the Year in just a couple of weeks. And when I say probably, I mean he is going to get a Team of the Year. I mean, he won Ballon d'Or. He's going to be in the promo. So he's going to get an even better card very quickly, replacing this 93 rated with something much more spectacular. That Team of the Year card will probably have upwards of 91, 92 pace and 99 shooting and 95 dribbling, a huge upgrade from what is already looking like a very, very good card. Next up, we have Adama Traore, and we see him all the time in promos. It's no unfamiliar face. Adama Traore from Spain and Wolves, 97 pace, which is kind of slow for him. You'd expect him to have 99 by this time of year, but only 97 pace, so nothing crazy, I guess. 97 pace, 89 dribbling, 86 physicality as well as 82 shooting. So his card, not too shabby as well. So those are some of the leaked cards we've seen. I don't know if there's any more leaks. I haven't seen them around, but that is what to look out for this next promo. That's going to be it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, do not forget to like the video. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's shoot for 201 likes on today's video. That would be absolutely amazing, and I need your help to get there. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new. You can check out my Twitter down below for live trading tips, updates, and your reminder to do your Winter Wildcards daily upgrade SBC and get yourself some good rewards and objectives. Anyways, guys, that's it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.